The hallway was loud, chaotic as always, but for Alina, it was a tunnel of isolation. Her steps were soft, almost invisible. She walked hugging her sketchbook to her chest like a shield, eyes lowered, heart thudding in her ears. The noisy laughter of students felt miles away, until it wasn't. Suddenly, a hand yanked her collar, jerking her back. "Hey! Where do you think you're going, freak?" sneered Sana, the tallest and meanest of the group. She was flanked by two others, Maywish and Rida, who laughed like echoes of her cruelty. Alina didn't respond. She couldn't. Her throat closed up the moment all eyes turned to her. Her sketchbook slipped from her arms and hit the floor with a loud slap, pages splaying open to reveal her drawings, soft, delicate portraits of faces she never showed anyone. "Wow," Rida mocked. "Look at this. Crybaby draws fairy tales." Alina's fingers twitched. Her first instinct was to crouch, to collect her drawings and disappear. But today was different. Because last night, she had cried harder than usual. And in the silence of her room, when even the moon felt distant, she whispered to herself, "Enough." For the past 6 months, Alina had been learning judo in secret. Her father, once a national-level judoka, had taught her the basics again after years. He used to say, "Strength isn't in the arm. It's in the choice to stand." Sana shoved her again, this time harder. "Don't just stand there," she hissed, gripping Alina's collar tight. "Say something." And then, something inside her clicked. Alina's hand shot out. With precise control, she grabbed Sana's wrist, twisted it sharply, kotegeshi, the wrist turn throw. Sana's knees buckled as pain flooded her arm. The other two lunged forward, but Alina pivoted, calm and fast. She ducked, redirected Maywish's arm, using her momentum to bring her down hard against the lockers. Gasps filled the hallway. A circle had formed, but no one interfered. Rida hesitated, suddenly unsure. But it was too late. Alina was no longer the invisible, silent girl. Rida reached for her, and Alina seized her elbow, applied a basic joint lock and stepped aside, gently yet firmly forcing her to the ground. 3 bullies lay on the floor, moaning, shocked. Their power, gone in seconds. A long silence followed. The crowd was stunned. Then someone clapped. One slow, loud clap. Another joined. Then another. Alina stood still, breathing heavily, but her face remained calm. She picked up her sketchbook, her drawings crumpled but not destroyed. She turned and walked away. Not fast. Not slow. Just, steady. But it wasn't the end. The next day, the principal called her in. Sana's mother had made a complaint. Maywish was wearing a bandage on her wrist. Rida refused to come to school. Alina sat with her father beside her, quiet but firm. She explained everything. The mockery. The months of torment. The bruises she never told anyone about. For the first time, she wasn't shaking while talking. The school launched an investigation. Witnesses confirmed what they saw, self-defense. A teacher who had seen the tail end of the scene stood up for her too. By the following week, the narrative shifted. Alina wasn't the weird girl anymore. She became something else. Something harder to label. She still didn't talk much in class. She still sat in the corner during lunch. But now, people noticed her differently. Some came up and apologized for never helping. Some asked her for art lessons. One even asked if she'd teach them self-defense. And Sana? She never looked her in the eye again. Challenges she faced. Alina had fought a silent war long before that hallway moment. She faced the loneliness of not fitting in. She endured ridicule for being too quiet, too different. She faced the fear of confrontation, the anxiety that would paralyze her whenever someone raised their voice. She battled the disbelief in her own worth. And even after standing up, she had to face judgment, rumors, people twisting the story. But she faced them. Because standing up wasn't just about that wrist lock. It was about the decision not to disappear anymore. And the message? Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And sometimes, it steps forward, calm and clear, and says, "I won't be afraid anymore. Alina wasn't a hero. She didn't want to be. She just wanted to be seen. Heard. Respected. And now, she was.